the first person. Be that first person. Weekday mornings at 7:30, you have a chance to win a business box of bagels from Bagels and Joe. All you have to do is shut up, Sipple. 2 questions for you, 2 for Sip. Win, and the bagels are yours. Lose, well, you don't want to lose.
You lost Monday, you lost Wednesday, you're a loser.
Shut up, Sipple. Weekday mornings at 7:30, brought to you by Bagels and Joe. Finally, a good reason to have a smart house. Just say, Alexa, play 93.7 The Ticket, and we'll magically start playing. How's it work? Nobody knows. Don't ask questions. This is Lincoln's home for sports talk on the FM dial. Also online at theticketfm.com. On the internet, KNTK FM Firth, 93.7 The Ticket. Coming at you live from the heart of Lincoln, America. Step into the world of gymnastics with Nebraska women's gymnast and Canadian world team member, Emma Spence.
She got a bronze in the all-arounder, bronze on beam. And who knows if she'll get another medal. But that was a very confident performance.
This is Beyond the Routine with Spence.
Hitting all her handstands, connecting all her release moves, and landing that dismount. That's Emma Spence for you.
Sponsored by the Teammates Mentoring Program. Here is your host, Emma Spence.
All right, welcome back to another episode of Beyond the Routine with Spence. I'm your host, Emma Spence, and today I have 2 very special guests with me. I have my mom, Christy Spence, and my middle sister, Abby Spence. Welcome to the show, guys.
Thanks.
Thank you.
Excited to be here.
Yeah, this is really fun. I was able to have my dad and my youngest sister, Libby, on probably, I don't know, sometime in the fall during Parents' Weekend. So I'm glad to have the rest of the family on here today. I think it's going to be a really fun show. So to get started, maybe a little bit of an introduction about yourself. Abby, do you want to start?
Okay. Yeah. So I'm in university in Canada right now, in my 3rd year. About to go into 4th next fall. Teachers College eventually. I used to do gymnastics, not anymore though. But I also did power tumbling and was on Team Canada for that. And then I ended that to focus on school and haven't done it since.
That's great. We'll get more into your gymnastics career in a little bit. Mom, how about an introduction from you?
Well, I'm the mom.
Yes.
I'm a principal at an elementary school in Guelph, Ontario, Canada. And for the girls' gymnastics career, I was the driver.
Yes.
The taxi driver.
Yes. She was the one behind it all. Another thing about your job is you are a principal at an all-French school.
Yes.
I think that's pretty cool. People around here, I'll talk about how we went to an all-French school growing up and like how you work in an all-French school, and people just don't really understand that that's the thing that people in Canada do. So I think that's really cool to talk about and share. You have anything you want to say about that?
Well, in Canada, there are 2 official languages, so English and French. And students are allowed to choose the official language that they would like to be educated in. So we chose French. That's where I'm teaching now, and that's where Emma and her sisters went to school, all in French. So the only English class that they had was the English period during the day, and that was it. So everything else was in French. So geography in French, science in French, and all that. So a little bit different than here.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
Yeah. I also do supply teaching at mom's school.
Yeah, how do you feel about that?
I'm feeling good. It's nice to have her around.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I'm getting right into it now. So I used to just go to mom's office once in a while.
Yeah, that's fine. Let's get into your gymnastics career a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
So I've told this story a couple times on the show, but want to talk about how you got into the sport a little bit?
So I don't even know what age, like 5 maybe.
5, yeah.
At 5 years old, my friend invited me to a birthday party at the local gymnastics club, and I went and really liked it. That was basically it. And then you got into it, and Liv got into it too after that, right?
Well, that's after a few flips onto the couch.
Yeah. A few broken blood vessels in my eye.
Yeah.
Hanging upside down. Yeah.
A little bit of damaged drywall from some handstands where the heels went through the wall.
Yeah.
And we thought, oh, we need to channel that energy.
Oh, yeah.
So,
yeah.
You were the first one that got into
I was,
sport
yeah.
in the family.
You're welcome.
Yeah. That's where it brought us. So you started doing artistic gymnastics.
Yeah.
So artistic gymnastics, if people don't know, is the gymnastics that I compete now. It's the 4 events. You do vault, bars, beam, and floor. You did that for about, I don't know, how many years? When did you retire
until
for artistic gymnastics?
I think up until like 7th grade. I think it was like 2016 or 17, right?
Okay.
And I started tumbling right after that.
And why did you end up switching to power tumbling?
I don't know. I just wanted to try something new. I was kind of I did that for a long time, and Dynamo like finally got a power tumbling thing when I've never heard about it. And then Dennis came along and I was like, cool, we'll try that out.
Very nice. Yeah. And then through your power tumbling, that part of your career, you ended up going to Team Canada.
Yeah.
What was that experience like, being named to Team Canada for the first time?
It was cool because I got to see you do it like such a long time ago. So it was kind of cool. Like I finally got the same merch as you and everything.
Mm-hmm.
Like I got like the Team Canada backpack and the swag and everything. It was cool because I always saw you walking around the house with it. I remember like the first time I wore it to like the gym with you. It was cool.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was cool. It was exciting.
got to travel too.
Yeah,
I
I
did.
I got to travel. Yeah, I got to travel to Spain. I think it was Madrid. Mm-hmm. But that was basically it because then COVID happened and then that was all the traveling I got to do.
And then once COVID hit, you decided to retire, basically.
Well, no. Right? Well, I went through 3 lockdowns where we weren't allowed to train. So I kept like learning new things and then like going on breaks and then learning them again and then going on breaks and then learning them again. It was just kind of like a lot. And I was just kind of done with it. So, yeah.
Yeah, I'm not sure what the rules were here in the US, but in Canada, it was only Olympic sports that were allowed to continue to train. And seeing as the power tumbling wasn't an Olympic sport, Abby wasn't able to continue her training, but Emma was.
Yeah, so I got shut down. Had to work out at home in the basement.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. How did you like the at-home workouts?
It was fine.
Those were fun.
I learned what Pilates was. I remember for a while. I called it Pilates.
Yeah.
Remember that? Yeah. Team Canada Pilates.
Yeah.
But it was fun. It was cool.
Yeah.
The living room got converted into a gym.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember at one point we took the mattress off the bed and we put the mattress on the floor.
The beam in the living room? Yeah.
You couldn't jump too high though.
Yeah, it hit the ceiling.
And it also, you could hear it throughout the entire house. Like, remember Libby?
The floor.
When Libby would do like backflips, the whole house would shake. It was fun.
On the hardwood floor. That was kind of sketchy.
Yeah, no, it wasn't good.
But yeah, no, that was a crazy experience because we were both kind of trying to train at the same time. Yeah. During COVID, and
we also did it like in remember the side yard?
Yes.
Where we would put the mats and
we would do flips on the side of the house, and the neighbors would all kind of stand outside and start watching what we were doing.
Yeah.
Probably really confused.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I have a question for you guys. I don't know who wants to answer first, but how would you say that gymnastics has impacted our family dynamic growing up, especially with all of us doing it? What are ways that you kind of?
Well, I don't know. We had like a lot of like home workouts as kids, like
that's true.
We had like 2 personal trainers, you and Dad, and we would do like handstand push-ups in the basement. Like there was a lot of working out in our house for like young kids,
We had the pull-up bar.
Yeah, we had the pull-up bar. We had the floor bar.
Yeah.
And then we had like a bunch of weights and stuff. So I feel like that definitely is a bit different than most families at that age.
That's true. We were
like every Sunday we did workouts and Mom would like count or like
we do competitions, like who could do the fastest leg lifts, the fastest pull-ups, who could do the most.
Yeah, and like Dad made us a beam, remember?
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like that's probably unusual.
That's true. We were doing like hard workouts too, and I don't know, Liv was probably like 7.
Yeah.
Like she was little. Like we were still pretty young, but doing those workouts in the basement, those are kind of hard.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no, it was a
We
good
always
time.
had competitions to see who had the best abs.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
That was another one. Libby was very adamant about that.
Very competitive.
Yeah.
Yes. Oh yeah, like even the bike rides and everything in the house.
Yeah, Libby did the bike rides, crazy gal.
Yeah, I feel like everything was really competitive growing up.
Yeah,
around us.
definitely. Yeah.
Well, I would say that with the three of you doing about 20, 25 hours of training, it kind of impacted everything,
Yeah.
right? So at any given time, someone was at the gym, someone needed a ride there,
Yeah,
someone needed a
that's
ride
true.
back. So I don't even know if we even had a day off ever of that.
Yeah, I think maybe
Yeah.
Saturday.
It all just sort of depended on the year, I guess. And all of our family vacations, if you want to call them vacations, were gymnastics competitions. So we would, drive to Montreal and have a sort of family vacation, but it was to be there for competitions.
Yeah.
And any kind of traveling always revolved around a gymnastics competition of some kind. I remember that time, Abby, I'm sure you remember, when the three of you were competing in Montreal.
Oh.
And then, yeah, so that was one of them. So that was lucky. We got to see all three of you at that time. And then there was another one where it was Emma's, I believe it was championships in Montreal on, like, say, I don't know, it was a weekend, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, but then Abby had Ontario championships
provincials, yeah.
in Oshawa.
Yeah.
So Abby and I jumped on the train, went all the way to Oshawa. She
Yeah.
competed,
Won
the competition.
Had to leave before I got my medal.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
right. And then we jumped back on the train, went all the way to Montreal, and we made it for Emma's finals. And I think it was, maybe half hour to spare. Like, we just barely made it back to the competition and got to watch Emma.
Yeah, and I remember, like, Dennis wasn't even my coach for that competition because I'm pretty sure he was with you, right?
Yeah.
Because I had Ryan.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, like, I left Dennis, competed, and he came back, and he was like, "How's you?"
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So a lot of craziness around all the competitions, trying to coordinate everybody and all the travel and everything like that.
Chaos. One thing, I guess we keep bringing up Dennis.
Yeah.
I've had Dennis on the show before. You don't remember? He's the one that was drinking wine during it. He used to coach all three of us.
Yeah. Wasn't he? Did he start off with you? I don't remember.
I think he started off coaching me a little bit,
Yeah.
and then when the tumbling program opened up at the club that we were at, then he started coaching you, and then Libby ended up switching to tumbling too.
Yeah.
So he was coaching the three of us
Yeah,
all at
he's
once.
my godfather.
And he's your godfather. And he's coming to the meet
Yeah.
tonight, which is going to be really fun. He's
Mhm.
also in Nebraska, so it'll be like a little reunion to get to see everyone again. But yeah, that's crazy. Doing that with Dennis. What would you guys say is like a competition or a moment related to gymnastics that stands out the most to you? Can you think of anything? I feel like that competition was a really good example.
Yeah, like
Mhm.
in history.
Well, for us.
Remember that? Shoot, it was like one competition. Oh.
Well, I would say for me, the one that stood out as a family, because we were all there, was that one where we were in Montreal, I believe 2017. And I don't know, I'm hesitating to say you weren't expected to do as well as you did.
Wasn't. I wasn't expecting it.
But you did, like, you were, your routines and everything just kind of fell into place. And it was a 2-day competition. So after the first day, you were sitting in second. But we were like, wow, this is amazing, because it was Canadian Championships, and Abby and I ran to Oshawa, come back. And then you were able to hold that silver position. And because of that, you made Team Canada. So that was a huge one for us as a family.
Yeah.
But a competition that sticks out for me is also the Youth Olympics.
That's right. Oh, we need to talk about that.
Yeah. So the three of us, so Emma, her dad, and myself, we're all in Argentina for that. And you won the very first Youth Olympic medal, but it was also the first Olympic medal at sort of an Olympic event. It wasn't the
For women's
it wasn't the traditional Olympics, but it still fell under that category because it was the Youth Olympics, and no one from Canada had ever won a medal from an Olympic event.
Yeah.
So that was so exciting to be there for that moment.
Yeah, that was, I think, the first international competition that you've ever been to with me.
Yep.
And the only one now, but that was really cool. I was there for about 3 weeks, staying in an Olympic village, youth Olympic village, with all the athletes, and Mom and Dad were able to come, and you guys were there for about a week, right?
Yeah, about a week and a half we were there.
Yeah, so you guys were there for a long time. We got to hang out in between. You were switching the patches off my leotards because I had to keep switching the like Olympic patch like logos on there. That was
We
really
were
cool.
stitching them in the stairwell
Yeah.
because you had to switch suits for every competition. So
Yeah, and then the fans there were crazy. They were even asking you for pictures, right?
They
Because
were.
you were my mom.
like, oh, it's her mom. Let's go get a picture.
Yeah, I thought that was really cool. Yeah, that was a really great experience, and I'm so glad you guys were able to be there for
Mhm.
that because, yeah, it's hard to explain what that was like. So having you guys there to be able to see that was really special. That was a good one. And then you guys were at home.
Yeah, we were at home
You
with
want to
our
talk about that?
grandparents.
And that's kind of how we ended up getting Charlie.
Yeah, I mean, it was just our grandparents, I think, just watched us when
Yeah.
Mom and Dad were gone because we were still pretty young.
Yeah.
And I don't know, I think Libby made some sort of promise that, like, if we were good, we could get a dog. I don't think we were the best, but we did get a dog.
Yeah, I think Dad kind of just said it. Libby's like, if we're good, can we get a dog?
Yeah, and he's like,
Get
whatever.
back, and he was like, yeah, sure.
Yeah.
Like, and then and Papa said that you guys were really good.
I don't think we.
I don't know. Liv just kept saying, you said we would get a dog.
Yeah,
You said
yeah.
we would get a dog if we were good.
Yeah,
We ended up getting a dog.
yeah.
That was really fun. Did you think we were actually going to get a dog?
And that wasn't the
I
plan, I
thought-
remember, right?
no,
we
I
were
don't
just
think-
checking out dogs. We were just going to see, like, what the vibe was.
Well, I don't even know if the promise for a dog was really
It was
legit.
It was.
I think it
I
was
don't
more
think it was
like,
legit.
okay, we got to go.
Sure,
Sure,
fine.
we'll get a dog.
Yeah, bye.
Sure, we got to get out of here,
Yeah.
catch our plane, and it ended up. Libby held us
Libby,
to that,
she
that
always
promise.
Yeah.
Always does. But yeah,
That was really fun.
mhm.
I feel like.
I can't really think of a competition that stood out for me, except for like my first ever like double mini like tumbling nationals. I remember like there's like a picture of me and you, and you're like holding my
Holding your
hands,
hand, walking
walking
into the
down. Yeah, because it was like my first ever year of doing that, and it was so like scary and new.
Mhm.
And I just remember like you lived and like everyone was there, and like it was just cool. I don't know.
Yeah, what was nice about that is that, I don't know, because we were close to Dennis, like, or I was at least, he kind of let me be a part of
Yeah,
your
yeah.
journey,
Yeah,
which
yeah.
was nice. So, like, walking into the competition, he let me talk to you in between the competition,
Yeah,
which
yeah.
usually I don't think
And
you're
like
allowed to
everybody
do
knew
that.
who you were too. It was cool.
Yeah. So it was just like I was able to go walk basically on the floor with you,
Yeah.
take your pictures. I think we brought a camera too.
Yeah. Yeah.
Liv and I, we were trying to take action shots of
Yeah,
you.
you'd be at the end of like the tumbling strip, like on the floor, basically. Taking
Yeah.
pictures of me. So yeah,
Yeah, no one kicked me out.
Yeah.
That was nice.
but it was like I don't know, that one like was just very clear picture. Like you were telling me like, oh, like think of competition, and I just imagined like us walking to the competition holding hands. So yeah,
That was the first one.
it was a good time.
Yeah, that was a really good time. That one alone. This is a question more for Mom, and then I guess
Okay.
I'll have your opinion too. But how do you feel watching us compete? What is that like for you?
Oh, that is very scary. I would say that even to this day, like I know even tonight, will be nerve-wracking. It's not something that that I enjoy in the moment, I would say.
Yeah.
But once the landing is done, then it's always a relief.
Yeah.
because in gymnastics, you never know what's going to happen.
Yeah.
So I'm usually the one that's holding the camera, like taking
'cause
videos.
that'll mess it up bad.
Yeah, so I'm holding the camera. I sometimes look through the phone so that I don't have to directly watch. Yeah, so it's not. I'm sure other parents of gymnastics athletes can appreciate that feeling that it's to watch is
Terrible.
very nerve wracking.
Would you say it's different watching in a meet versus a practice? Or is it still nerve wracking watching practice?
No, practice isn't as bad, I would
Okay.
say.
Yeah,
No,
practice
it's
is chill
just-
to watch.
Yeah.
So, I don't even watch you compete. You know that?
You don't watch me?
No.
What?
I filmed when I was in Ohio like 2 weekends
Yeah.
ago. I had my phone up and I literally like looked away, and then Mom was like, "She did it," and I was like, "Okay, cool." And then I watched it back after.
Really?
I can't watch it. Like,
Yeah,
I literally
Abby-
can't do it.
Abby, you were like that too, I think, at World
Stressing me out.
Championships,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
So
I literally
You'd be
just
like,
cross
okay.
my fingers and look away. Like, literally, like that's it.
yeah, because we're like, okay, she's on, and then no, you don't watch.
No, I don't know. I think I'll jinx it if I watch. I don't know. Sometimes I'll watch, but most of the time, like I literally just like, I'll like look back and be like, she's still on, and then I'll look away, and then I'm like, she's still on. Okay, you know.
Oh, I didn't know that. I know because like even watching you, I get really nervous. Like when I watched you guys compete, I think I cheered a lot, I screamed a lot,
Mhm.
but it was really weird being able to like be in the stands watching you guys compete because I felt nervous. Like my stomach
yeah.
was nervous.
And you
know?
can't do anything about
There's
it.
nothing you can
It
do.
sucks. Yeah.
And it's like you want the person you're watching to succeed so much, and it's
Mhm.
just like I just want to
You
help
get
them
on
do
there
it.
and,
You
like,
know? Yeah.
spot.
Oh, because you know they can.
Yeah. That's the thing.
So it has to be in that exact moment.
Mhm.
Yeah, it's gotta work out.
Yeah. Wow. Has it always been like that? Like even when we were little?
Yeah.
Really?
Really?
Yeah.
You were just doing like cartwheels and stuff.
Yeah.
I guess it's a scary and dangerous sport. I mean, there's that competition in Elite Canada
Oh,
when
gosh.
I really crashed on
Oh
my
my
bars
God.
dismount. That was probably a scary one to watch.
Well, no,
When
it was
there's
just
space.
Dad there, right? And
Yeah.
Dad videotaped and all of a sudden dropped the phone and continued it, right?
Yeah. Well, yeah, that was interesting. But
That was a bad one.
yeah. What do you think you're gonna do tonight? Watching me?
I'll probably.
Will
try
you be
and watch. It's
watching
gonna
or
be
no?
It's gonna be one of the last times, so I probably should watch.
Yeah,
Yeah, we'll be going to Michigan though.
that's right. Michigan next
But
week.
yeah,
for
this
Big
is a
Tens.
big one though.
That's the end of the first segment. We'll be right back. You are listening to Beyond the Routine with Emma Spence, Abby Spence, and Christy Spence.
Love is in the air, and so are big savings. It's the Big I Do event at Sartor Heyman Jewelers, South Point Pavilions, April 4th through the 6th. For 3 days only, enjoy 20% off all engagement rings and wedding bands, plus exclusive bridal collections from our top designers. Whether you're saying yes or I do, shop now for the year's best prices and selection. April 4th through 6th, Sartor Heyman Jewelers, South Point Pavilions.
Get ready for spring by joining an evidence-based program to improve your health and well-being. These programs use proven strategies to help you make lasting changes, whether it's boosting nutrition, increasing activity, managing stress, or enhancing wellness. Invest in yourself today and feel your best this spring and beyond. Paid for by the Nebraska Department of Health and Human Services. Aired with the Nebraska Broadcasters Association and this station.
Hey farmers, do you run a precision planting monitor in your planter tractor? Boyk Farm Outfitters is hosting our annual 2020 Monitor Clinic at the Holthus Center in York on Wednesday, March 19th. They'll run through everything on the monitor, from basic setup to more complex downforce settings and everything in between. You'll learn agronomy principles behind some of the monitor settings and will leave refreshed and ready to plant. Representatives from Precision Planting will be on hand to handle any questions that you can throw at them. Visit BoykFarmOutfitters.com for all the details and to reserve your spot.
93.7 The Ticket is proud to provide listeners with daily opportunities to win contests and prizes on our airwaves, and would like to take this opportunity to remind you of a couple rules. All participants must be 21 or older and must wait 30 days after winning a prize to participate in another contest. Once you win, you have 30 days to pick up your prize at the KNTK Studios, 1040 O Street in Lincoln, or your prize will be forfeited. Thank you for participating in our contest, and thank you for listening to 93.7 The Ticket.
At Jimmy John's, we don't make sandwiches. We make the sandwich of sandwiches. We use fresh veggies because we don't hate salads. We just feel bad for them. We make our sandwiches exactly how you want because you're the one who's eating it. And we bake bread all day, every day because stale bread isn't bread. It's croutons. Sandwich history is written by the victors. Good thing we have legible handwriting. Jimmy John's, the sandwich of sandwiches. Order pickup or delivery on the app.
Wrestling fans, it's time to elevate your game, just like Stevens & Smith Construction does for your concrete needs. As your full-service concrete contractor, we deliver solid results every time. From singles to doubles, fighting for inside position to scrambling reversals, we know how to pin down quality and slam expectations. Stevens & Smith Construction, a proud sponsor of Takedown Tuesdays on 93.7 The Ticket, where Husker wrestlers bring you all the action. Don't stall, Stevens & Smith Construction is here to help you build a concrete foundation for the win. Check us out at www.stevensandsmith.com because stalling is a penalty and winning is the only option.
What's it take to be a mentor with big brothers, big sisters? It takes 30 minutes and a cup of coffee. A video game, best 2 out of 3. It takes sharing thumbs up emojis, clapping emojis, and loaded nachos at halftime. That's how you make an impact on a young kid's life. So go on, share a few hours a month because mentorship may sound huge, but the truth is, it takes little to be big. To learn more, volunteer, or donate, go to bebignow.org.
Wrestling fans, it's time to elevate your game, just like Stevens & Smith Construction does for your concrete needs. As your full-service concrete contractor, we deliver solid results every time. From singles to doubles, fighting for inside position to scrambling reversals, we know how to pin down quality and slam expectations. Stevens & Smith Construction, a proud sponsor of Takedown Tuesdays on 93.7 The Ticket, where Husker wrestlers bring you all the action. Don't stall, Stevens & Smith Construction is here to help you build a concrete foundation for the win. Check us out at www.stevensandsmith.com because stalling is a penalty and winning is the only option. If you're in Seward or Milford, listen up. Select Plumbing is now servicing your area with no trip charges from Lincoln. Select Plumbing works on a variety of issues for your home and business, including general plumbing, water heaters, faucet fixture repair, underground sewer and water repairs, backflow testing, and more. Keep your property free from leaks and other issues. Call today for a free estimate at 402-560-6197. It's not just Lincoln, Waverly, and the surrounding area anymore. It's also Seward and Milford with no trip charges. Contact Select Plumbing to inquire at 402-560-6197.
Empower a child today with the Teammates Mentoring Program. Hope is only a conversation away when you choose to share your talent, time, and heart with a child. Together, you can build a relationship based on strengths and chart a brighter future, 1 week at a time. Find out how you can be a mentor by visiting LincolnTeammates.org. Become what you needed as a kid by joining the Teammates Mentoring Program today.
Back to Beyond the Routine with Spence on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com. Sponsored by the Teammates Mentoring Program.
Welcome back to Beyond the Routine. I'm your host, Emma Spence. My special guests here tonight are my family, Abby Spence and my mom, Christy Spence. Let's get back into it. I hope you guys are having fun so far.
Yeah, it's been pretty good.
It's been fun. You guys are doing great.
Yeah.
So let's talk about why you're here.
Yeah.
So tonight is senior night. So we're actually pre-recording this right now. It's Saturday morning. I compete tonight. And my family came out because it's my senior night. My last time competing here at Bob Devaney. It's really crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is very crazy. I remember when we dropped you off.
Yeah. Yeah,
We dropped you off at the residence.
Mm-hmm.
You had your big basket thing that you had on wheels that we just unloaded the vehicle, had all your stuff in there, wheeled everything into your new place. And it just seems like yesterday.
Yeah. Yeah. And it was crazy because the first time that we came to campus and the first time you guys brought me, moved me in was our first time ever in Nebraska.
Yeah.
So that was really funny because we never visited or anything. We just drove all the way to Nebraska, 16 hours, and you dropped me off, and then you guys had to drive back home, which was probably a really crazy feeling.
Yeah.
Just leaving me somewhere that we've never been before.
Yeah, exactly. So well, because it was during COVID, we weren't even sure if we'd be able to bring you.
Yeah.
So the original plan was that you were going to fly out because at that time, nobody could really cross.
Yeah.
So when it got closer to moving in time, then one parent was allowed to cross. So Dad wasn't even allowed to come.
Mm-hmm.
So it ended up being me and your youngest sister, Libby.
Mm-hmm. Where was I?
And it was an adventure.
I don't know where you were. Well, it was COVID. Were you working during COVID?
I think I had COVID.
That's possible.
Maybe.
I don't know. I remember COVID has stopped me from coming to see you.
Yeah.
Maybe. It might have been that time. It might have been that time. I don't know.
Yeah. Yeah, that was so long ago.
Mm-hmm. 5 years.
4.
Well, 4, but COVID 5.
Oh, COVID. Yeah.
Yeah.
Did you see the stuff? It was like 5 years ago, like yesterday or like a
Yeah,
couple days ago.
Yeah, Lib was saying that.
I saw that.
Yeah.
That everything got shut down, which that doesn't even feel like that long ago
I
either.
insane.
No.
It's crazy. Still in high school. Didn't even finish high school. Didn't even have a high school graduation.
Yeah, that sucks.
Which is crazy. So I guess this year I'll have my first ever like real graduation. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That'll be cool. So it'd be fun to kind of like walk through the day a little bit. So this morning we had breakfast together, which was nice.
Mm-hmm.
My girls slept over at my apartment. We had a little
Yeah.
sleepover last night, which was fun.
Mm-hmm.
We got ready, went to have breakfast with the family. Came to stop by the radio station. We're pre-recording a show so that I could have the family on here.
Yep.
After this, I don't know what we're doing.
Yeah, I don't know.
We're just hanging out a little bit.
Maybe a bit of practicing.
Yes. Into that. So,
Oh, yeah.
we'll hang out for a little bit. I'm gonna go to the gym, get ready, probably a couple hours. Warm up starting. I don't know. A couple hours. I don't know. I have to check the schedule.
Girl, you stress me out.
I know. I need to. It's fine. The more I don't think about it, the better it is.
Okay.
But what's really fun about tonight is that Abby over here is going to be singing the Canadian national anthem at my meets.
Mm-hmm.
So usually they only do the American national anthem, obviously, at our meets, but because it's my senior night, and we also have 2 other Canadians on our gymnastics team, Abby is going to be singing the Canadian national anthem for us.
Yeah, yes, I am.
How do you feel about that?
I'm so nervous. It's so scary.
Yeah, I don't think I could do it. But
yeah, I think it'll be fine. I might sing it in French. We'll see.
You still don't know?
I don't know.
Yeah.
Just trying to decide.
Yeah.
But you do have some experience with singing the national anthem.
Yeah, I sang it at my high school graduation and what's it called?
It's like an
awards nights for like
Mhm.
school.
Yeah, for school.
I've done that for 2 or 3 years. So
you've done it a couple times. You know the words by now.
all in French though.
That's the only thing.
That's what I'm like. Maybe I'll sing in French.
Yeah.
Everybody on their toes.
Yeah, so like we said, we went to school in French, all French, so everything was in French. The national anthem every morning was sang in French.
Yeah.
So I know the words in English, but like not as well as
Yeah,
I know
no.
the words in French.
Yeah.
So, yeah, we were talking about it this morning. Originally, you were like, yes, I want to do it in English.
Yeah.
But this morning, you're like, well, maybe I'll just sing it in French.
That's what I'm used to. It's more safe. We'll see.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's more,
It'll be
it's more
a game
familiar.
time decision.
Yeah.
I'll just always.
You'll surprise me. I'll be standing there, and all of a sudden, it's in French. I'm like, okay. Here we go. But it's good because the other Canadians on my team also speak French and also learned it in French and went to French immersion schools and stuff. So it'll be good either way.
Yeah.
It's not like anyone really knows the words anyway. So especially if it's French, it doesn't really matter if you make a mistake or not either because people won't know.
Yeah.
So that's going to be really cool. I'm really looking forward to that. That's going to be very special. And then once the meet gets started, that's just going to be a really great experience. I mean, I'm not even focusing as much on like the results or anything. It's going to be more about taking in the experience, and enjoying it. And then afterwards, we have the little walkout.
Are we
with the
doing?
family.
Are we doing like a practice of like what we're doing when we walk out? Or
I don't
No.
think
it's
so.
kind of just.
I think we just wing it. Yeah.
Okay.
I think you're just gonna wing it. I know they printed out like a big picture. I think we got like a framed Leo.
Okay. Cool.
Oh
yeah.
Yeah.
Told us about
Got a framed Leo, the picture, and then you guys walk out with me, and then we're gonna get our pictures taken. Honestly, I don't fully know what's going on, but that's what I know so far. And then at the end, we have that not awards. It's more like a team banquet celebration.
It's a celebration.
dinner.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because there's a lot of seniors this year.
There is 8 of us, which is a really big class of seniors. We have 2 fifth years, and then 6 true seniors.
Mhm.
There's gonna be a lot of us. It's gonna be a long night.
A lot to celebrate.
Yes. I know they have videos that like we recorded and some of the teammates recorded with the coaches too for us. So it's
That'll be cute.
Yeah, it's gonna be really
Do
special.
you think you're gonna like cry?
I don't know. Some of us have been talking about it. Like, there's a couple of us that are like, I'm gonna cry for sure.
Yeah.
And I'm not. I feel like I'm not gonna be like crying like on my own. But if I see a bunch of people crying, then I'm probably gonna start crying. Like, especially if like one of the coaches or someone starts crying, then I'm gonna be like, oh, okay, like, that'll do it. But I don't know, because I feel like I'm at a point where I'm ready to be done.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like I've been doing it for so long now that my body's ready to be done.
Do you think you're gonna miss like you coming on campus though and stuff?
Yes, for sure. Yeah, I've been walking around and showing you guys around a little bit, but I feel like the biggest thing for me is going to be the people.
Yeah.
You know, the people here are really great, and just everything that I get to do and see, and the people I get to work with every day. That's going to be hard to leave, I think.
Yeah, it's really an incredible place.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so that's going to be really different. But yeah, and even just the last time competing in Devaney, I feel like it's really special competing in there. Like all the little girls in the stands and the signs and the walkouts and all that kind of stuff. It's just really special.
That, like, flame thingy?
Yeah,
that's cool.
Yeah. So one thing, this is going to be your guys' second ever home meet.
Yeah.
Attending, right?
This is my second time coming here ever.
Second time ever in Nebraska?
Yeah,
yeah. Well, no, you're going to do my graduation.
Grad. Yeah. That'll be fun.
Yeah.
So I have a question for you.
Okay.
So tonight's the final competition at Devaney.
Yes.
Do you remember your first competition at Devaney?
Oh, no.
I don't know if I remember it specifically. I don't remember who we were against. I just remember not being confused, but like unaware of what I was getting into, you know?
Because it's so different.
Yeah.
Like,
you know.
My first one was, it
it
was
was away.
Iowa State. Yeah, it was
Okay.
a travel meet. We bused to Iowa State.
Mhm.
But I think we had a home meet a week
How
or two
weird
after
was
that.
it, like coming into it?
because it is so different than
Yeah,
elite.
it was very different. And the way that you rotate was very different. So like Heather likes to tell this story is you go, so if you're traveling, you go bars, vault, floor, beam, which is not Olympic order.
Oh, yeah.
And I finished bars. I was first up on vault, but I started getting ready for beam because it's bars, beam in my head. And Heather's like, no, you're first up on vault. Like, we need to get to vault. I was like, oh my gosh. So having to relearn the structure of that was really interesting. And then, the home meet, the march out with like, you stand on that box, you do your little celebration. You got like the smoke coming out.
You got a pose.
Mm-hmm.
And then like walkout song and like all that stuff. Like,
all of that was so different.
Yeah.
It was really cool though. And then the more I did it, the more I got to just like, because at first I was nervous while doing all the walkout stuff. I was like, I don't like all this attention on me.
Yeah.
I don't want to trip, you know,
all
all
the introductions.
But then the more I did it and the more I got comfortable with it, it was a lot more just like, okay, now I can enjoy it and take in the experience rather than being like a little bit nervous doing it.
Yeah.
And I think that's kind of what I want to try and bring to it today is just like enjoy it, you know, stand back, watch, enjoy it.
Take it all in.
Well, and then, like you said about the crying, each event, there's going to be girls doing their last routines here, you know?
Ooh, yeah.
So, like, on vault, for example, Katie starts us off on vault, first vault of the meet.
Yeah.
And then she's done, you know?
Oh, wow.
So think of all the emotions after that.
Oh,
So doing the first vault, Genesis's last bar routine, you know? Like, every event, there's going to be someone's, like, last routine. So watching that and just trying to focus on my performance, but also celebrate with the girls is going to be really interesting to balance.
That's because you're doing all the events.
Exactly. So I'm not going to be able to like really feel that until my last event is done. But some girls are going to be done like each event.
So. Yeah, that will be different.
Yeah. Yeah, especially Katie starting us off on vault, the first vault.
Yeah.
And then that's her last. Yeah.
That's crazy.
That's going to be really interesting. But I think it's going to be really fun.
It'll be a night of celebrations.
Yeah. Another thing I wanted to touch on is that you guys were able to watch practice yesterday.
Oh,
yes.
What did you think of that?
It was cool. It's a little weird. Like, it's kind of like what your warm-ups look like, you know? Like, you do kind of like half routines. You don't do the whole thing. So Mom kept like going up to videotape and you would just like jump to the high bar and do like some swings and then do a back tuck off the bar and then stick it. And then she's like, okay. And then
but I still sent it to Grandma.
Of course. Shout out to Grandma. You're probably listening to this.
Yeah, she loves that.
Grandma loves the show. Oh, my papa also watched the show quite a bit, which is really funny.
Yeah. No, practice was great. It reminded me of when we used to go watch you practice.
Oh,
true.
yeah, like
Yeah, because we haven't seen you practice in years.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, we used to always watch you.
I know.
yeah,
Yeah, that's
We
what
lived
was,
at that gym. Like,
yeah,
we were all there all the time.
always there.
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, that was nice up there. I was watching you guys watching me, and I was like, wow, this is probably the last time I'll ever like watch me practice.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
crazy.
And another thing, the alumni was there. So because this is senior night, it's also 50 years of Nebraska gymnastics. So we have a whole bunch of alumni going back from like the 1970s, like on the team. So there were quite a few people up there sitting with you guys. What was that like?
That was actually really cool. We got to meet the original team,
Yeah.
the original
Basically,
team members from 50 years ago.
Mhm.
So that was really cool. They were talking about things that were different from when they competed. And Abby and I just looked at each other too. And I said, oh, look at this could be Emma in 50 years when it's the 100th anniversary. Yeah. So you would be up there and
it'd be like 70 years old.
Yeah, that's crazy. They were so nostalgic too. It was so cute.
It was really cute watching.
They kept like, oh my god, and like hugging each other.
And they were like, oh, remember when we used to do, such and
Oh
such,
my god,
or
I
cartwheel on
remember
the
that.
beam,
Yeah.
and one lady I remember said something about, I used to have, an aerial mount to the beam, and somebody else said, oh, well, this is what I did, and they were like, oh, I remember you doing that.
Yeah, it was
so
cute.
it was really cool to listen to.
Yeah. Oh, that was really cool. And then last night we had a little banquet with all the alumni, and hearing them share their stories. They were like, to get on the team, all you needed to do was a front tuck on the trampoline. They're like, then you were in. That's all you needed to do. You're in.
Put me in.
Yeah. Yeah. And that was really funny hearing about how the sports evolved, the equipment. They were saying the beam used to be made out of real wood, and it was really sharp. So if you straddled or if you missed the beam, you really felt
Get
it.
a splinter.
Yeah. I was like, that would actually be crazy. Or doing floor, like she's standing giving her talk, and then she's like, look at this floor. It was like a hardwood floor with a carpet. She's like, that's what I used to compete on. Can you imagine competing on a hardwood floor
crazy.
with carpet?
Especially like with the rod floors. Like that stuff is bouncy.
Yeah. So that was really interesting to hear about, and they'll all be at the meet tonight. And we saw some of them at breakfast this morning.
Yeah.
So that was really cool. Yeah, it was really special, and it'll be good to see them all. But
Yeah, we had some great stories.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's really cool to listen to. All right, so we'll head into our final break. We'll be right back. You are listening to Beyond the Routine with Emma Spence, Abby Spence, and Christy Spence.
Wall to Wall Wine and Spirits is your place in North Lincoln to go for all your needs in wine, spirits, and beer. They also have a large variety of cigars in their walk-in humidor, and they have a top-notch walk-in temperature-controlled high-end wine room. Plus, you can enjoy free samples from their tasting bar. There's only one place to go for all your needs for spirits and cigars. That's Wall to Wall Wine and Spirits on North 27th Street in Lincoln.
John Henry's has a brand new membership club to protect your entire home in one program. With a VIP and a deluxe option, we will help you find the plan that best fits your needs. Receive discounts on services and equipment, priority service, complimentary inspections, and so much more. Protect your home's plumbing, heating, cooling, and electrical systems all in one membership. Call John Henry's to learn more.
435-5555. John Henry's Plumbing, Heating and Air.
And electrical.
Forget the lame excuse this year. Your boss already knows why you can't make it to work for those magical 2 days in mid-March. Join 93.7 The Ticket on Thursday and Friday at Buffalo Wings and Rings at 68th and O for March Mayhem. Come early on Thursday and get a ping pong ball with a lucky team on it. And stay all day for prizes throughout and buzzer beater upsets. It's March Mayhem with 93.7 The Ticket for the NCAA tournament at Buffalo Wings and Rings, 68th and O.
Are you ready for a new opportunity? Check out Sandhills Global. Join a dynamic team where your skills are valued and your career can soar. We offer full-time positions with a 4.5-day work week, competitive pay, excellent benefits, and a positive work environment. From IT and marketing to sales and finance, we're looking for talented individuals like you. Apply today at sandhills.jobs and take the first step towards an exciting future. That's sandhills.jobs. Don't wait. Apply now.
Is your office technology holding your business back? At Hamilton, we're more than just an IT provider. We're your partner, focused on building integrated technology solutions tailored to your business needs, both today and for the future. We know that every business is unique, and that's why we provide the services and support you need and nothing you don't. We believe that together, you can continue to serve and support your customers while knowing that your technology is taken care of. Hamilton Business Technologies. Real people, real technology solutions. Connect with us at hamiltonisbusiness.com.
Are you ready for a new opportunity? Check out Sandhills Global. Join a dynamic team where your skills are valued and your career can soar. We offer full-time positions with a 4.5-day work week, competitive pay, excellent benefits, and a positive work environment. From IT and marketing to sales and finance, we're looking for talented individuals just like you. Apply today at sandhills.jobs and take the first step towards an exciting future. That's sandhills.jobs. Don't wait, apply now.
Spring is a time of new beginnings and trying new things. If you haven't tried Furious Cheese Spread yet, the time is now. For parties for St. Patrick's Day and Easter, or celebrating the NCAA tournament with friends, there's no better dip to bring everyone together and celebrate something from Nebraska. Get to your local grocery store today and load up on Furious Cheese Spread. No event or party is complete without it on your table.
Rico here with HIS Auto Care at 70th and Van Dorn, letting you know HIS is a great place to bring your vehicle for service. With superior service bumper to bumper, we'll treat your vehicle like it's your mother's. Doesn't get any better than that. So call 402-488-8934 and HIS Auto will make you glad you did. 5% off, mention this ad, and for sure your mother will be proud you called. 402-488-8934, HIS Auto Care, 70th and Van Dorn. God bless you.
Big box stores are tempting for buying equipment for your high schooler in sports or for yourself in your sports leisures. But buying new is awfully expensive. Why not go somewhere with new and used options? Play It Again Sports has quality, slightly to gently used equipment, and 50% of their inventory is actually new equipment. And it's more than baseball, softball, and golf. They also have equipment for disc golf, fitness, hockey, and more. Plus, they're always buying products. Bring your gear you're done with and get trade money on the spot. Play It Again Sports at 48th and Vine. 93.7 The Ticket is proud to provide listeners with daily opportunities to win contests and prizes on our airwaves, and would like to take this opportunity to remind you of a couple rules. All participants must be 21 or older and must wait 30 days after winning a prize to participate in another contest. Once you win, you have 30 days to pick up your prize at the KNTK Studios, 1040 O Street in Lincoln, or your prize will be forfeited. Thank you for participating in our contests, and thank you for listening to 93.7 The Ticket.
If you're in Seward or Milford, listen up. Select Plumbing is now servicing your area with no trip charges from Lincoln. Select Plumbing works on a variety of issues for your home and business, including general plumbing, water heaters, faucet fixture repair, underground sewer and water repairs, backflow testing, and more. Keep your property free from leaks and other issues. Call today for a free estimate at 402-560-6197. It's not just Lincoln, Waverly, and the surrounding area anymore. It's also Seward and Milford with no trip charges. Contact Select Plumbing to inquire at 402-560-6197.
What's better than supporting your favorite radio station and eating delicious Nebraska-made products? Smoking Gun Jerky of Nebraska wants to highlight you, the listener, on the 93.7 The Ticket Wall of Fame at the store. Stop by the store at 48th and R in Lincoln and see their huge variety of small batch gourmet jerky. Or if you're not in the area and want to try some, go to smokinggunjerky.com and enter code EARLY for 10% off your purchase. It's the ultimate low-calorie, high-protein snack at Smoking Gun Jerky of Nebraska.
Back to Beyond the Routine with Spence on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com. Sponsored by the Teammates Mentoring Program.
Welcome back to Beyond the Routine. I'm your host, Emma Spence, and my special guests here tonight are my family, my sister, Abby Spence, and my mom, Christy Spence. What was it like for you guys to walk on campus and just be here for the first time in Nebraska on university?
You start? You were here before me.
Yeah, I'll start. Because when we got here for the first time, it was actually your first visit also. Yeah. And it was like an unreal experience. It was like we were in a movie set.
Yeah.
Where everything was huge and like beautiful. The football stadium was unreal. The facilities were incredible. It was like out of this world. You can't even describe it. And we took pictures and we were sending them home to everybody, and still the photos just didn't do it justice.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I would just say like everything was like so over the top. Like when we went to the banding, like it was like High School Musical. Like I keep saying that every time, like the little foyer, it looks like literally High School Musical where they did like the stuff at the lunch, you know?
Yeah, the lunch scene when they're like going up and down the stairs.
Yeah, so I was like, I don't know, it's just so cool, especially after like when did I go the first time? I think it was in your second year.
It was my first home meet of my sophomore year.
Oh, okay. So second. Yeah, okay. So that was like a year after, like I was in university already too. So like comparing the two, like it's so funny because even yesterday, like mom and dad are always like, "Whoa, it's so cool." I'm like, "I have that too, guys."
We said, "Okay, we're touring your university next week."
yeah, but no, it's so cool. Like everything has like the N on it, you know. Everything's in red. It's just cool.
Yeah, the spirit of, everything. You just walk in and it's so incredible. And not even to mention the people.
Yeah.
Like the people are amazing. So welcoming, and just you can tell that they just love it. They love being a part of the University of Nebraska, and everyone's so proud to be a part of it.
Yeah.
It's really out of this world. So incredible.
Yeah, I mean, even yesterday we went and we toured the new stadium complex area, and the amount of people that saw us walking by and they walked out, "Oh, is this your family?" And they'd introduce themselves to you guys. I just want to make sure they feel welcome. And they love talking about it.
I can guarantee that wouldn't happen on my campus.
No.
They'd just be like, "Who's this girl walking by?"
Yeah, no, it was really cool having that yesterday. But yeah, I feel like also the red kind of reminds me of High School Musical.
Yeah, right?
Yeah. That's how I felt my first football game too, with the cheerleaders and stuff out there.
Yeah, because I mean, we didn't have football at our high school.
No,
you know,
I didn't even know football, like how it worked or anything. I still don't.
Yeah. Well, and the difference I think too is, like, for comparison, the university's football stadium is even bigger, I would say, than our Canadian Football League stadiums.
Yeah.
Like it is just huge, and the crowds, like it just draws so many people compared to Canada.
Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah, I mean, I haven't even gone to a football game yet.
That's great.
Yeah. Is there? Do you know when the season is done? If I could see it.
There's like a spring game. Maybe we can go to that. Maybe we can fly out here. Or like next year, I don't know. Come out to watch a football game.
Year,
But yeah, I can't believe you haven't been to one.
I know, right? My mom hasn't gone either.
Yeah.
No. Yeah, it's just you and
Liv and Dad.
Yeah.
Yeah. We did that when they were here last time. Interesting. What would you say your favorite parts of the campus or just being in Nebraska are? I know you guys haven't been here very much. Is there any restaurant or any type of food or stores or any place on campus that you like seeing or eating at?
Well, I like the gymnastics training facility.
Yeah.
It's amazing, and I love how everything is all in the team colors.
Yeah.
So everything's red or white, and it's just wow. And the equipment is
it's
amazing. Yeah. So I love that facility.
I think like the football area is really cool because they just have so much, you know. Like they have like their indoor fields and then their outdoor fields and then the big field, and then they have like their workout area, and like it's just so much. Like it's really cool. Yeah.
Yeah, there's a lot. Is there any stores that you like to go to around here?
We've been really liking Target.
Target's one of my favorites.
Yeah, because we had Target in Canada for like 2 years maybe, and it went under.
Yeah, it didn't do so well in Canada.
Yeah,
really upsetting. Yeah, but so yeah, we used to have Target when we were little, and we got like toys and stuff from there. But it's really, I like Target. It's a good time.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, because it was a 16-hour drive to get here. And really every time that we would stop for a break, you know, to stretch our legs and walk around, Abby was like, "Oh, is there a Target we can stop by?" And so I think from our our trip, all the way down. We've almost hit every target that we could.
Yeah.
Is there a type of food? I've heard that you've been really into Mexican food since being here.
Yes. So yeah, we've really enjoyed that. Yeah, I don't know why. Like, I think in Canada there are Mexican restaurants, but
I feel like
It's not as many.
No. But it was, we had a great meal. Well, actually, the
Couple,
same.
right? I've heard you've had a couple.
Yeah,
of
we've
them.
had a couple,
Yeah.
but because we
Mom is
enjoyed the first
obsessed.
one so much,
Mom is
I
obsessed.
the same thing.
Yeah.
The second
Every
one.
time it's time to eat, they're like, any Mexican places nearby? I'm like, can we have something else, please?
Yeah, that's funny.
Yeah.
Yeah, I did notice, like, when I moved here, there's definitely a lot more Mexican food restaurants than there is back then.
Oh, it's so flavorful and so good.
Yeah.
So we're taking advantage.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah.
Well, is there anything else you guys want to bring up or add? We're getting to the end of the show.
Getting to the end of the show. Well, since it's your senior night, in the spirit of senior night, I would say thank you to the university, to your coaches, Heather and Brian, for just allowing you to have this amazing experience that you've had over the last 4 years.
Yeah, true.
Like, we're so grateful for everything that the university has done to help you along on your journey. And you've met so many amazing people along the way, and gotten so much help and just support.
Mm-hmm.
And thank you also to all your fans.
I know.
So you've had a lot of support from the Nebraska fans.
One of my favorite things to do after your meets is like search up your name on Twitter and see what everyone's saying. It's so fun. It's like the first thing I'll do after you're done competing.
That's funny. Anything interesting?
I think someone said, I don't know, I was looking at, remember we looked at it on the car ride back, something about you took the sleigh juice before your floor routine or something like that. It was like, that's so funny. Yeah.
Well, I'm looking forward to tonight.
Yeah,
it'll be great. I can't wait.
It's been really fun. Stay tuned for pictures. I'll probably post them later. But yeah, that's a wrap of today's show. Thank you so much for joining us.
Of course.
That was really fun. I'm glad that we had a chance to get now the whole family is on my show, which is really fun.
Probably like the last choice. Isn't it? Yeah.
Yeah, so that's a wrap of the show. You were listening to Beyond the Routine with Emma Spence, Abby Spence, and Christy Spence.
At Valentino's, we're on a mission for tradition. On every slice, for every bite. Golden baked crust, cooked to perfection every time. Savory sweet sauce that's made from